Who needs a dedicated smoker when you can make ribs like these on the Weber Kettle? Served up with some corn on the cob and some spicy homemade wedges, these ribs were great and there was literally nothing left. Stick around and I'll show you how you can make these on a Weber Kettle. Today we're going to do these amazing meaty looking pork ribs on the Weber Kettle, low and slow with the snake method. I actually did these a few weeks ago actually for my daughter. She had some friends over and they were absolutely delicious, but I only got to have one rib, so we're doing it again and I'll have more than one this time. So if you turn the ribs over, you've got this membrane on the underside which first need to take off. So what usually works best is if you get a knife and ease your way under the membrane, just prise it up. So once you get it going, it's fine. There we go. And then it's quite slippery, so get some kitchen roll, just helps you grip onto it, and then you can pull it up. Once you get the end up, you can usually take it all up in one clean movement. So let's grab this. How tough this is, you've got to get it off. There we go. So do the same with the second one. So for the rub today, just going to measure out a couple of teaspoons of garlic granules, then a couple of teaspoons of coarse ground black pepper, and finally just a couple of teaspoons of Maldon salt. Give this a good mix up. There we go. I don't want to over season these, just going to sprinkle a little bit on. There we go. I don't want to go too crazy. Get the barbecue ready. I'm using the snake method on my kettle today to smoke these ribs low and slow. If you're wondering how a snake like this is set up, part 3 of my barbecue basics series shows exactly how to do it. In fact, it was this very snake. I have just 8 briquettes in the chimney starter, which is plenty. Single Weber firelighter, get that lit. Put the chimney starter on top. We'll leave that for 10 minutes. So you can see these few briquettes really nice and hot. Just position all these briquettes at one end of the snake. This piece of wood, once the barbecue's conditioned, I'll put directly on the coals, but I want it to preheat a little bit, so I'll just put that in the middle of the barbecue. And we'll get the lid on. Make sure the air vents are fully open just to let that condition. While it's conditioning, all the briquettes are going to warm up. They'll all preheat and that will remove any chance of getting any dirty smoke throughout the cook. Barbecue's preheated, all the coals should now be nice and warm. This piece of preheated wood as well, I'm just going to put on hot coals there so that can start smoking. Put the foil tray in, the cooking grate back on. Only this section is hot and direct. Everything else is indirect cooking. So obviously as time goes on this will burn around. So you can pick up and rotate the cooking grate round with your meat on so that you're always indirect. So let's go and get the ribs on. Okay, so there's one. And there's 2. You've probably noticed I haven't put any binder on these. Personally, tend not to use it. Never have any problem with the dry rub falling off. So just quickly wash my hands, get the lid on. You can already see the smoke coming there. So put the lid on. So I've got the air vents fully open at the top, fully open at the bottom. And what I just want to do for now is just keep an eye on the temperature, make sure it stabilizes. Really looking for about 130, 140 degrees Celsius for the cook. If we need to pull down the temperature a little bit, always close down the bottom vent first. That way, with the top vent open, the smoke can escape and you don't have any stale smoke inside the barbecue. So we'll just keep an eye on the temperature. Once it's stabilised, I will rotate the lid round so that the air vents are over the meat, and then that will position the temperature gauge directly over the hot part of the barbecue. So it will give me an inaccurate temperature, which is why I'm only going to do it when the barbecue is stabilised. Ribs have been on about 20 minutes and temperature has crept up just above 150. A little bit warm for what I want. So I'm just going to close down the lower air vent to about halfway. That should bring the temperature down, and then once it's stabilised, I'll rotate the lid a little bit. Okay, let's have a look. These have been on about 2.5 hours. Oh, they're looking nice. They're looking really nice. So the snake's got to about here, 2.5 hours. Could cook for hours with what's left on there, but I'm just gonna give them a bit of a spritz, stop them drying out. There we go. Put the lid back on, maybe check on them in an hour's time. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, they're looking really nice. Snake's burned round to about there. Still got loads left. I know this is at least a good 2 hours away from being ready, but let's just give it a probe. So that's at 75 degrees. But what I'm feeling for is how easy it probes. You need to be able to probe it without any resistance. But at the moment, you've got to put some effort into to probe this. You know it's going to be really nice when it probes like going into butter. No resistance at all. That's what we're looking for. Just going to give it a little spritz. All this is water, just to keep it moist, stop it from drying out. Okay, we're about 5 hours in now. Tell you what, they're looking proper good. See how these probe. Oh, it's like going into butter. 85 degrees. Beautiful. Just going to brush on some nice barbecue sauce. So starting the underside, squirt a load on. Let's just brush this in. Getting smoked out here. Cover the other side. You know, I'm probably doing this at the worst possible time with that wood chunk smoking. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is going to turn this around before I put the lid down. Move these ribs away from the direct heat source. There we go. So let's put this lid down. We'll leave that for about 20 minutes. Those look delicious. Just look at that. We'll take them in, wrap them up, let them rest. Just brought these ribs in. Just gonna double wrap them in foil. Just got a towel as well. Not going to put them into the cool box. It's not a long rest like brisket. Just wrap them in this towel. They're going to stay warm for a while, but we'll leave those to rest for 20 to 30 minutes. Let's get these unwrapped. Just look at those. It's falling off the bone as I'm cutting them. Just look at that. There we go. Flipping heck. Just look at that. I honestly don't remember ever eating ribs as nice as these before. Give it a go. You won't be disappointed. There was literally nothing left. And please do like and subscribe. See you next time.